Good morning students. Today we are going to learn topic table cheese and this topic taken from food and beverage service operations. First we are going to learn introduction of cheese. May anyone tell what is cheese all about? There's fact about cheese. Do you know earlier cheese was made as a way of preserving milk nutrients? Varieties of cheeses have evolved that are characteristics of various regions of the world. Word cheese, Latin causes, meaning to ferment or become sour. Cheese is a concentrated dairy item made from milk, may categorized as the fresh or matured product. In other words, it is the major milk protein. The basic art of cheese making has changed little over the course of its history. Historians believe cheese was made on accident when someone carried milk in a vessel made out of a cow or goat's stomach. Here is the production of cheese, the basic stages in modern cheese production. Milk and its pre-treatment including homogenizing, pasteurizing and reheating, acidification of milk to change pH level, coagulating the milk to create curd, separating the curd and whey, salting the curd, cutting, shaping and molding the curd in appropriate shape, then ripening. What is curd and whey? Curd is the solid lumps we find in milk when milk sours, so it can also make with enzymes to get the same effect. Whey is the liquid found in milk when the milk sours and solids become separated from liquid cause of enzymes. Here is the basic steps in cheese making. Milk plus rennet, then coagulation, then again separation, and next is salting, after it shaping and molding, after maturing, and in the last is packaging. Here is the question, how many different kind of cheeses that you may think about? The answer is classes of cheese are fresh cheese, soft, firm, semi-soft, hard, semi-hard, smoked, alpine, blue. First we are going to learn fresh cheese. Fresh soft cheeses are those cheeses that are unripened and generally have a fresh, clean, creamy flavor. For example, Allium Piper, Buffalo, Carpone, cream cheese, fresh mozzarella, Morlacco, Stracchino. Then is fresh firm cheese. Firm cheeses are aged cheeses that still have some moisture that adds to the cheese's flavor. That is cotija, cabu, fresh ricotta, Lost Lake, vanilla. After it, semi-soft cheese. There is a fine line describing cheeses as soft or semi-soft. Typically, semi-soft cheeses have been aged a little bit more than soft cheese and have less moisture. For example, Airedale, Baby Swiss, Bokoniki, Colboy Jack, Danish Fontina, Fresh Jack, Wigmore. And next is soft cheese. Soft cheeses are typically young cheeses that have been aged 2 months or less. The flavors of soft cheeses are typically mild and tangy. For example, Ambert, Brie, basket cheese, feta, panela, queso fresco, ricotta, Valencia. Then next is semi-hard. Semi-hard cheeses usually become crumblier and more pungent as they age, but while young they are firm and flavorful. For example, Asiago, Adam, Gouda, Romano, Swiss, Masdam, Monterey Jack, Sumona Jack. Last is hard. Hard cheeses are the most aged cheeses that are rich in flavor and dry in texture. These are the cheeses that are firm enough to grate. For example, aged Gouda, Cheddar, Canadian Cheddar, Gruyere, Lopla, Parmigiano Reggiano, Pecorino Romano. Alpine cheese, also known as mountain cheeses, alpine cheese are those that have been produced from the milk of animals from typically high altitude with flavor components that are nutty and herbaceous. For example, Appenzeller, Comte, Gruyere, Beaufort, Fontainebleau, Asta. Blue cheese. Blue cheese is a classification describing a cheese that has been injected with a type penicillium culture to create the spread of bluish green mold veins throughout the plate of cheese. For example, Aura, Castle blue cheese, Danish blue cheese, Gorgonzola, Roquefort, Forum the Embrut. Here is a serving and storage tips. Keep the cheese in condition in which it matures. Hard, semi-hard and semi-soft cheeses are stored in the temperatures from around 8 to 13 degrees Celsius. Keep the cheese wrapped in the waxed paper and place it in a loose fitting food bag not to lose humidity and maintain the circulation of air. Wrap blue cheeses all over as mold spores spread readily not only to other cheeses but also to everything near. Chilled cheeses should be taken out of the refrigerator 1.5 or 2 hours before serving. Cheeses maintain living organisms that must not be cut off from air, yet it is important not to let a cheese dry out. Do not store cheese with other strong smelling foods as a cheese breathes it will absorb other aromas and may spoil. Wrap soft cheeses loosely. Use waxed or grease-proof paper rather than cling film. Let cold cheese warm up for about half an hour before eating to allow the flavor and aroma to develop. Cheese cutting tips. Keep in mind not to saw the cheese, cut it in one fluid motion. Use weird cheese cutters to cut soft cheeses. Allow the cheese to attain room temperature before cutting as it will be softer and easier to cut. While handling soft cheese, which has extremely soft texture, it is better to keep them in its jar and take some out with the help of a spoon. Use specialized knives while cutting different types of cheeses so as not to contaminate them.